Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna respect it.
It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite live from Detroit, Michigan. Let me stop. That's not my intro. Welcome back to All the Gold Podcast. I'm your host, Derek J. Coop won't be able to make it tonight, and I'm riding solo, so we're going to kick this off. AEW live from Detroit, Michigan. And as you guys can see also, that I don't have my hat on today. I actually got shaped up a little bit and just trimmed up a little bit, got some important things to do tomorrow. But, hey, let's kick this off straight. Let's see. Hangman Adam Page, kicked off Dynamite. And this was a really, really good Dynamite. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was a little bit all over the place, but it was actually a pretty good Dynamite to open up the show. Hangman Adam Page kicks off Dynamite, says he doesn't understand why people cheer him after all the bad stuff he did. So he's I'm not saying trying to draw sympathy from the crowd, but he basically trying to figure out, trying to get a feel for the crowd and see how they feel about him, I guess. And he says on Sunday he will face what some say is the best wrestler in the world, and that's Will Osprey. So after he said that, Will Osprey actually comes out to the ring. And Will Osprey cut up a fiery promo on Adam Page. And basically, he told Adam Page, let me see if I got that right there. Yeah. So basically, he said, he came out to a great pop. The holy shit chant started. And Will says, nothing changed because you found your smile or you're trying to find yourself. And Will says, this isn't about your redemption. This is about my ascension. I thought that was a pretty cool line that he dropped on Adam Page. Let him know, hey, look, man, you're not going to just walk over me just because you feel like you're the main character in the story. You still got to go through me. So I thought that was pretty cool from Will Osprey. The crowd was chanting. They was into that segment. And then out comes Don Callis and the Don Callis family standing on the ramp. And while they were standing up there, the crowd was just like, F Don Callis, fuck Don Callis. And they said, what else they said something? They said, shut the hell up. And then they would start going on and on, chanting that Don Callis. They, the heat he was drawing was crazy, him and the family. But then Callis, after all that happened, Callis said that you're in the ring with a sociopath. And then he was getting Page fired up and, heated up. So Page is looking at him like, man, I'm about to go shut this dude up. And that's when Will grabbed him on the arm, basically. Well, grabbed him on the shoulder and was holding him back, trying to cut a promo on Don Callis. But the whole time, Page is looking at Osprey like, yo, if you don't get your hands off me, it's about to be some problems. You know what I'm saying? So, good back and forth action, as far as verbal action, they're talking, cutting promos. I thought this was an excellent way to start off the show. Last week, I thought it was excellent too, because they started off with a direct match, but I thought this was a good showing for these two to get everybody fired up about the finals for the Owen Hart men's tournament. So, like I said, very good promo. It was a good way to kick off the show. And let me see if I got one more to that too as well. Give me 1 second. And I think this is the one I wanted to show. Yeah, because they was going back and forth. And like I said, Will Osprey was just giving it to him. And, Page was quiet majority of the promo, but I see you could tell the emotion that he was having on his face, because he was telling the story with his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew that, like I said, what he done in the past and why these people cheering for me, but he wants to win that AEW World Championship, and the only way to get to there is to beat Osprey at the end of the Owen Hart final. So, like I said, real good match. All right, moving on. The next segment, FTR comes to the commentary desk and they confronted Tony Schiavone. Stokely asked Schiavone if he had a problem with FTR and especially him. So I'm like, Stokely, sit your ass down. I'm like, he's like that little bug, like Jiminy Cricket almost, always in somebody's ear. But anyway, Stokely pushes Schiavone down in the chair, and Schiavone stood up. I'm like, you ain't going to be putting your hands on me now, player. And then that's when Cash Wheeler he grabbed the mic and he started cutting the promo on Daniel Garcia for tomorrow night, I believe. I think he cut a promo on Daniel Garcia, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's tomorrow night, but if not, I'll double check that. And, saying that he really didn't want to bring it to this. And then Dax Harwood tells Tony Schiavone, we'll see Nigel McGuinness tomorrow, definitely. And through the mic, and, while Tony was sitting back down and shade through the mic in Tony Schiavone's chest. So they really got some type of beef with Schiavone right now at this point. I don't know what's going on with that. I know that they did try to pile drive him a couple weeks ago. But, they still going after Tony. I don't know what's up with that, but kind of enjoying it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Going into the next match. And the next match was the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match. So let's see. Do we have one? Do I have one? Yeah, I do. So anyway, this is the match for the Fatal 4-Way for the women's match, and it was pretty cool. It was Timeless Toni Storm, Penelope Ford, Anna Jay, and Thunder Rosa. It started out a little slow, right? And there was some botches from Anna Jay and Penelope Ford that I did catch, and then, it was pretty obvious, if you was watching it. But it was still a good match overall. Penelope kicks Toni in the cooter. She delivers a fisherwoman suplex, right? So she call it the cooter stump. I call it the cooter stump, and caught her in the cooter while she was suplexing her with the fisherwoman suplex. Thunder Rosa took all three women out with a crossbody from the top turnbuckle to the outside of the ring. I thought that was a pretty cool spot. But the thing about that spot is that they waited. The setup was too long to me. I think the setup was way too long for Thunder Rosa to climb the ropes, look at them, and then they waiting there, standing there waiting for her to come down. I think, you should be already ready for those spots just like that if you're going to pull them off. You know what I'm saying? And then went to the commercial break right after that. So after the commercial break, it was action on the outside of the ring. Anna Jay hit Penelope Ford with a suplex to the outside of the ring. Thunder Rosa hit a DDT to Anna Jay on the outside of the ring. Penelope Ford hit a moonsault, wipe out Thunder Rosa and Penelope Ford. Let me see. Then after that, the crowd was chanting Thunder Tits because Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa started working together. Megan Bayne entered the match, and she started to interfere. She took out Thunder Rosa, and then she hit this thunderous powerbomb to Anna Jay for making, for Penelope Ford to get the upper hand. And then Harley Cameron comes out, right? Now, she has a pipe in her hand, right? She has a pipe in her hand. So as she has this pipe in her hand, Taz is like, use the damn pipe. You know what I'm saying? Like Taz saying the same thing. I'm like, why you got the pipe in the hand? You up there swinging at her with your fist, and then you clothesline her, clothesline her over the ropes. You should have been using that pipe when you first had it in your hand. But anyway, she finally started to use it, and she was basically beating Megan Bayne with the pipe up the ramp, and then they went backstage. And after that, Penelope Ford has this Indian deathlock on Anna Jay in the middle of the ring. Then Toni Storm comes in and kick her in the cooter with the cooter kick. So this is wild, yo. So then she applied the TCF. And I'm thinking what the TCF stands for, because she went to the Turner Classic Films award show a couple weeks ago. I think it's the Turner Classic Films Crossface Chicken Wing for the win. That's what I'm going to call it for now, but it's the TCF. Anyway, Toni Storm stood tall in the middle of the ring. And then Thunder Rosa came in the ring with her, and they, celebrated. They didn't really, beef with each other after they did this. Looked at each other, gave each other a hug, and there you have it. Toni Storm still undefeated in the Women Eliminator Championship tournament. So big ups to Toni Storm. All right, moving right along. This match, this whole segment right here is starting to get on my damn nerves. I love what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? Love they give them everybody shine in the segment, but it's really starting to be drawn out. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago about it being drawn out. Actually, we talked about it last week too. The Hurt Syndicate was in the ring after the commercial break, and they was doing their shtick that they usually do. And Top Flight comes out to the ring, and okay, so I'm like, okay. Then I saw a crew. The crew was standing in the audience too. That's Leo Rush and Action Andretti. They panned to them too, but they was just looking from the crowd. And anyway, Top Flight comes out, and because the Hurt Syndicate, I think MVP was saying, they're looking for a challenger, somebody to step up. So they came out. MJF comes from behind, attacks both of them, and MJF pushed Darius Martin into the post and took him out. Then he picks up Dante Martin, hit him with a thunderous powerbomb after he wiped his blood on his shirt. He hit him with a powerbomb on the apron, the hard part of the apron. And the way he hit him, I was like, damn, he had to do cuz like that. But yeah, he powerbombed Dante Martin onto the apron. I was like, yo. So then he proceeds to get in the ring and tell Bobby Lashley that he's looking for his answer. Bobby Lashley says he'll give him this decision next week. So I'm like, okay. After all that said, what's going on? Because at this point, I'm like, you're drawing it out too long. This should have been, okay, you beat them up, you get the answer today. I think now you're going next week. Now you got some type of lawyer involved. Like, it's like this lawyer that they have, the legal advisor that was shown later on in the show. I'll get to that later. But it's just being drawn out right now. It's like a simple yes or no, man. Like, y'all been carrying this on for like maybe 6 weeks now, 6 or 7 weeks. So I think it's, you don't want to make it stale, but you need to make an answer. You make an answer quick. So we'll see what happens with that. Give me 1 second. I'm drinking my ice. Anyway, after that was the backstage segment with the Elite. The Young Bucks with Okada says he'll see Kevin Knight in the ring and called him a bitch like he usually is, the same old line that he's been doing for like the past 6 months. Anyway, Ricochet says the Bucks have a swerve problem and he knows how to beat him. He beat Swerve Strickland, Speedball Mike Bailey, so he knows how to handle him. And the Death Riders was shown in the locker room after Ricochet walked off. Death Riders was shown in the locker room, and then Marina Shafir closes the door real fast in the segment. So I'm like, okay, what's up with this? The Elite working with the Death Riders right now? I don't know, but we'll see. I'm just it's really getting dry. The whole Death Riders and the Elite thing is getting dry, and I'm just over the Death Riders. So take it for what it's worth. The Patriarchy hits the ring for the next segment. Nick comes out to the ring, but Christian Cage music plays right. I'm like, immediately, so when he comes out the ring, and I'm like, dude, like, come on, man, show that man some respect. He's the Ring of Honor television champion. You got to show him some respect. I know he's young, but come on, Christian, don't be an asshole. Anyway, commercial break, and then they do their thing, and they coming back after commercial break. The surprise challenger was Rhino, hometown hero. We all know Rhino, Mr. Gore himself, comes out to the big pop from Detroit. It was a good match, short match. I can't really say nothing about that. It was so short. Nick Wayne got him with the kill switch for the victory, but that's coming off of the Kip Sabian interference. Caught him with the kill switch for the quick for the 1-2-3 quick match. And Christian hesitated to give him the belt at the end and looked at him. And Nick raised, spread his arms like Christian's going to put it around his waist. And after that, he dropped it on the ground and walked out. And Kip Sabian followed behind him. But Nick Wayne's mom stood behind with him, which I thought was pretty, weird because usually she's with Christian. But anyway, she stayed behind with him and they ended the segment on that one. And then the next segment, Roosh comes out and cut a promo. He was in the stairwell and he says Kevin Knight cost him $100,000. And now he has to pay him blood. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So I was like, okay, quick promo, whatever. So yeah, just Roosh to me, man, like I think he's being wasted. You know what I'm saying? I like Roosh. I like what he brings to the ring. He's really, really good in the ring. He's a little intense in the ring too. But I think that he is being underutilized in my opinion. But we'll see. So the next match on my list is Mark Briscoe, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Shane Strickland versus Ricochet and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nicholas Jackson. This is a good back and forth match. A lot of action in this match, a lot of speed in this match. Ricochet and Strickland started. Young Bucks tag. Young Bucks refuse a tag, and Swerve lights him up with right hands. Briscoe and Bailey came in, teaming up, doing their martial arts moves. It was pretty cool to see that. and they went to commercial break. No, actually, take that back. Ricochet hit a 450 splash, and they're fired up after all that. And Speedball rolls to the floor. Then they went to the break after he did his splash, whatever. And after the break, Briscoe gets some separation. He hit an enziguri. Speedball comes in with the hot tag. He kicked Matt and Nicholas to the back. What else happened? I got a lot of notes on this one. Couldn't finish typing all the way. You gotta excuse me. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, so they hit that standing Spanish fly in the middle of the ring. That was pretty cool to see. But Ricochet broke it up, and then it breaks down. A lot of Swerve with his finishing move, but then Nick, I think it was Nick Jackson, caught him with the breakup, and then they did like a roll up, and then got the win for that one. So there was a lot going on in that match. Like I said, I was trying to read it all, but it's just a lot I just writing down real fast. Just a lot going on in that match. Excuse me. I really think that I just like when they do the tags like this, especially when they got athletic guys that can go in the ring and that can do, they can put on a good show. Because like I said, there was a lot of speed in this match. I love that Mark Briscoe's getting his shine. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool, man. Good to see them guys doing it, man. I would like to see where this goes with the Young Bucks and Strickland, see what's going on with that one. But we'll see. We'll see with that one. Coming up next, we got not Ricochet, excuse me. It was a backstage interview with Will Osprey, and he was saying about talking about the upcoming Owen Hart tournament, and then MJF comes out and he basically cut a promo on Will Osprey saying that, he can't wait to wrestle him in the ring, and that, once you then he'll see that you're not on the level with the devil, basically. And Osprey was like, nah. He said he grabbed him by the arm before MJF tried to walk off, and grabbed him by the arm and said, I'm on another level, basically. And it's just another small promo, but it was a good promo to show that they're not forgetting about MJF versus Will Osprey, because I think they teased that a couple months ago. So hopefully all this leads up. If MJF does join the Hurt Business, maybe he uses the Hurt Business to, get his Triple B back. Hopefully we'll see. So we'll see with that one. After commercial break, they had a segment backstage with, oh God, what's the name? Let me see. Where did I put that? Jamie Hayter. I'm so sorry. So Jamie Hayter had a backstage interview, and she was doing an interview with Renee Paquette, and all of a sudden, I'm just going to paraphrase everything. Mercedes Moné came in and attacked her. They dragged the fight all the way out to the arena and to the stage, and Mercedes had her in like a hold or something on the stage, and basically was pulling her arm back. I guess like a cross arm bar, like a what's that move that Becky Lynch do? The disarmer, basically. Looks like a disarmer almost, but pulling her off. So they was going back and forth at it for a while, and I'm kind of not interested in this match right now. What I'm more interested in the men's final match than this one, because I already know Mercedes is going to win. I already know Mercedes is going to be over. She's going to go over Jamie Hayter. So that's going to set up Mercedes versus Toni Storm in the future. Willow Nightingale's interviews backstage, and she said that she's lucky she's not alone fighting the Death Riders, but she wants to make sure she's the first to put fists in faces. So Chris Statlander rolls up, and then now I guess we're going to have a match between her and Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander next week at Beach Break. Nope, I'm sorry. It's going to be tomorrow at Collision. I keep forgetting about Collision is tomorrow. But yeah, it's going to be tomorrow on Collision. So we'll see what happens with that match right there. Kevin Knight makes his entrance to the ring, and Roosh blindsides him, beats him down. And Speedball Mike Bailey come out for the save. But after that, the ref thought that, Aubrey Edwards thought that, Kevin Knight wasn't going to be able to proceed with the match. Okada's looking at Kevin Knight, in the ring, like he just standing there looking at him like, okay, what's going on? That's my ring alarm. I mean, something's outside. It's probably a cat or something. Anyway, so Aubrey Edwards saying like, to Mike Bailey, look, you got to go. Is he going to go? And then I guess Kevin Knight got the okay, or he said he's good to go, and he got in the ring. He fought Okada. He put up a good showing. I mean, he put up a good showing after being attacked by Okada. Okay, something's out there. It's this damn cat. Yeah, it's a cat. Looking at my ring camera, guys. Yeah. There's a cat. Anyway. So yeah, Speedball Mike Bailey, he walked to the back, I guess, and he let them proceed. It was a great fight going back and forth. Okada spikes Knight with a DDT. After that, Knight hit a Frankensteiner and then a splash. Okada, he did a reverse neck breaker. Actually, that neck breaker that he did was pretty cool because he held him up and he dropped him like right on his neck. And I was like, damn. And Kevin Mounts come back. He did the UFO splash and because Zuchi Okada hit him with the uppercut, but just cut to the chase. Okada caught him with a Rainmaker, and then he put him like in 2 or 3 more Rainmakers before Speedball chased him out the ring. And, Mike Bailey not chased him out the ring, but he kind of retreated. Then Mike Bailey stared at him from a distance and while Okada was going up the ramp. So it looked like maybe Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey next. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just big ups to Kevin Knight because he's getting a lot of shine too. And he's showing you guys what he can do. And I really like that they're giving him a push because he's pretty cool to watch in the ring. And good fight for him being knocked out and continue with the match. Next up, we have a backstage segment. This is what I was talking about. Bobby Lashley was going to speak, but he got advised by legal counsel Harrison Landau to hold his peace until next week. So I guess they're going to culminate and do this whole MJF thing next week. So we'll see. All right, so the last match we're up, and it is Claudio Castagnoli versus Samoa Joe. This is a hard hitting match. It was pretty cool too. They were struggling in the corners when they first started, taking cheap shots at each other, strikes to the corner. Joe hit a running boot to the barricade. That's when it started picking up and hit Claudio Castagnoli, and they was kept going that back and forth, and then Claudio Castagnoli, he did start to do a comeback, but Joe overpowered him, and then he hit him with a scoop power slam, and then it was over. Basically, he caught him with the coquina clutch and tapped him out. But the most interesting part of the match was post-match when Joe basically was in the ring after victory, and the Death Riders came down, and they broke it up. Will Hobbs came out and broke it up. And had the steel chair in his hand and hit Claudio Castagnoli in the back with the chair. John Moxley watching from the crowd while Claudio's getting his ass beat. And as he's watching, Joe set up the chair, right? He set up the chair, and on the very top of the chair, he hit him with a front suplex to the front of the chair. And, Claudio landed where his ribs were, and he grabbed his ribs, and Moxley's just looking at him like getting his ass beat. But that's supposed to be your boy, so we'll see. And technically, that's the show, folks. That is the show. There's a lot going on in the show. It's a very, very good show, though. Still, I did enjoy the action. I enjoyed the Okada and the Kevin Knight match. I enjoyed the women's eliminator and the promo from Hangman Adam Page and Will Osprey. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, that is AEW in a nutshell. Which, like I said, Coop's not here, so we usually have our back and forth with it and get his side of how to do it, but he's not here. But we're going to go straight into the news right now. So hang on with me, guys. The WWE Evolve Championships has been unveiled tonight, and they look pretty cool. They look like the Springfield Isotopes. Remember that baseball team on The Simpsons? Looks like that logo, but it looks pretty cool though. The Evolve Championship. I'm not gonna lie. I like the women's one. I like the white strap for the women's. Let me show you guys a picture of it right here. This looks pretty cool right here. So then you have the women's and the men's championship right there. So I like the white strap. The white strap look good, but the black strap, I'm just not really feeling the black strap. But it looks like the same design. I could tell that the women's might be a little bit smaller than the men's as far as the width of it. But, yeah, it looks like a pretty cool championship. So the Evolve Championships are set to be utilized in Evolve. I think Evolve is a good platform for the younger talent, that's coming into WWE to start off and learn the ropes and learn the basics of professional wrestling. I'm really I do like it. I do like Evolve. I watched some of the Evolve shows that's on Tubi. It's free. You can go check it out. It's like 5. Remember, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of early NWA wrestling, like back in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, how they had the in studio performances, like then you'll see like Flair or Dusty, go right across the room into the ring and stuff like that. So, but it reminds me of that atmosphere, and I really do I like some of the wrestlers that's on there. They get some NXT stars that moved down and went to Evolve, but it's pretty cool to see, man. Also, we have a new speed champion for WWE. And I think the new speed champion is El Grande Americano, for all you who don't know. Save image. Okay, so I just saved the image. I want to show you guys. This shit is funny. Because I thought they was gonna, go away with El Grande at WrestleMania. I thought it was gonna culminate. They have this mask taken off, but they didn't. So I guess they're still gonna go on with El Grande Americano. But for those who don't like spoilers, too bad. This is El Grande Americano with the Speed Championship. He is your new Speed Champion. Also, I heard news about El Grande, who is going to be going down to AAA. So he might be at Triple Mania. He might be at Triple Mania soon. So watch out for El Grande Americano. And it might be a mask for mask. I don't know who he's facing yet, but most likely it'd probably be mask for mask. And hopefully they'll get it where Chad is, because we all know it's Chad Gable. Come on now. We all know it's Chad Gable. It's time to take the mask off. It's ran its course. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go too far. Also, I know we don't have sponsorships, but these damn PB&J Reese's are so good. I'm letting you know that right now. They're so good. What is it, man? It's another one I wanted to touch on too. Give me 1 second. Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. Okay, so all right, so coming out of this is coming from Eric Mutter of Wrestling Inc. It says Pro Wrestling Season of Power Slap to feature talent from WWE, AEW, TNA, and NWA. I don't know how true this is, but if you guys seen Power Slap, I think that shit is crazy because there's no way you smacking me in my face like that and I'm sitting there taking it. I think it's like concussion based. It's crazy. So anyway, it says right here, this is coming from Eric Mutter from Wrestling Inc. I don't know how true this is, but like I said, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. But it says Pro Wrestling Season of Power Slap to feature talent from WWE, AEW, TNA, and NWA. How true that is, I'm not sure. But I'm going to read what he says right here. It says, when WWE and UFC united under one umbrella following the WWE Endeavor merger that produced TKO Holding Groups in 2023, it was safe to assume that there could be some crossover between pro wrestling and MMA worlds. And then I'm just paraphrasing it. And yet that day has come. Fightful Select reports that inquiries have been made regarding a season of Power Slap involving pro wrestlers. Longtime indie wrestler Sin Bodhi, who fans may remember for his brief WWE run as Kizarny. Oh shit, that guy Kizarny. Oh man, he was terrible. Has served as the point man in recruiting wrestling talent, and several names who have worked for WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, and NWA are already on board. Among the names are Mecha Wolf, Juicy, Fino, Facade, Danny Moe, Hollywood J, Haley J, Alice Crawley, Christy James, and former Lucha Underground champion Marty the Moth Martinez. Man, who the fuck are those guys, man? I don't know. Yeah, some of them might be some names that you guys might know of. You got to forgive me if I don't know them, but they said WWE and AEW talents. I'm trying to see who I knew. Maybe Alice Crowley. Don't know. But everybody else, I'm good with that. Yeah, they can shove this shit up their ass. Somebody doing this, man. That's crazy. But anyway, that's the news for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We got one more night to we got one more night to go. I'm not doing Collision tomorrow because we have Friday Night SmackDown Live. I'm doing Friday Night SmackDown Live, and then we doing Backlash on Saturday. That's going to be live too. So got to take a break. So you won't see me tomorrow. Yeah, if I do, it might be just a video or I might post some highlights and that's it. But thank you guys. Let me give you guys a quick update where we at. We are give me a second. Let me pull that up. We are 723 subscribers. We're at 723 subscribers. I thank you all for your love and support. Appreciate for tuning in. I know some of you guys are a fan of Coops, and he's not here, but he will be back Monday. He's just, he's busy doing some things. He's off. I'll just put it like this. He's off on assignment. And, yeah, man, we hope to see you soon. Love you guys. Peace.